Hey, what's up?
Yo, it me, El Jefe. That's what's up.
All right, everybody. This is just a real quick pickup chapter. I found out I had a one that I wrote a few weeks later or whatever. So I might stick this one back there if anyone knows the magic of how that's possible. The last chapter was they had just beamed away from Antares, Grundle and Aeona at the window. So now it's boarding the Horus, chapter 4. You've been awfully quiet. The captain looked at the bounty hunter with a steady, neutral gaze. Joran snorted. He'd kept to himself throughout the boarding process. He knew the captain only by his reputation. It was a solid one. Joran had never heard of him, but it was a solid one. Joran had never heard of him betraying a customer. Of course, if he had, it was unlikely anyone would have heard about it. Captain Thraxus was obviously a shrewd and calculated man. I tend to be, generally speaking. It's served me well to this point. Joran plucked at his mustache with a small comb, studying the ship's displays and data configuration. You seem to have found some interesting companions. An unlikely collection, to be sure. Joran waited to answer. He'd been well trained to know that sometimes the best response was not to respond. Let your opponent feel uncomfortable, and they might reveal something they hadn't intended. The captain matched his silence, his grim smirk moving not at all. Joran relented. The priestess is a remarkable woman. Were I not encumbered with my own duty, I might follow her anywhere. The captain's smile quivered ever so slightly. Had he been charmed too? Joran was intrigued. Then it is fortuitous that your missions have appeared to coincide. Quite. Listen, Joran. May I call you Joran? Joran nodded. The captain waited for Joran to follow as he strode toward the stairs. I have no quarrel with you or your mission. In this, we are allied. I too admire the lady. She is truly a blessed woman. He stopped partway down the steps. Celine, on the other hand, worries me. The Mistral, he's harmless. The captain looked back, face like rock, eyes cold and hard like a barren mountain plain. That's what I'm worried about. Joran was confused for a moment. Then it struck him. The captain respected power. Strength, not mercy, was his most preferred quality in a sailor. He saved my life. His powers are a welcome addition to our team. Pacifist or no, I wouldn't turn him away. The captain appeared to ponder, then disregard the statement. That's well and good, but when it comes time to take the assassin, you may wish you'd turned him away. The captain appeared to ponder, then disregard the statement. Oh, I already did that. Oh, I confused myself because I said turned away at the end of each of their sentences. That's a little too repetitive. I got to fix that. That's well and good, but when it comes time to take the assassin, you may wish you'd chosen otherwise. Put a pin in that. It was a point Joran hadn't considered. Annoyed though he was by the captain's second guessing, he had to admit the old piker had a point. I'll take it under advisement. Thank you, Captain. Please, call me Dell. I prefer fraternity to fealty. Joran smiled. Fealty was not in his nature. Dell, a proud name for a proud man. You have a talent for flattery, my friend. I do indeed, Joran mused. I do indeed. Yeah, I'm glad I got that one back in there. You know all my contact shit. Stay in touch. Love you guys. Mailman Studios, Sinister Parent Company, Birds, I guess. All right. Peace.